Okay, welcome. So we got three devices connected. Um, three. So welcome. My name is Letitia. I am from Live in Peace, Clothing and Things, where the Lord told me to sell nothing more than my message. Today I have a guest on. She goes by the name of Stacy. You want to say
Hey
hi to the people?
everybody.
Okay, so today we're discussing how supporting each other will aid live in peace. I think I may have made a mistake by taking that over there because I have to read the comments.
I was just about to say, I can end this one and then we could just look at your live from my Facebook.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then we'll do that. We'll just answer questions like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's perfect. So, what does supporting each other looks like? I think that a lot of people get misconstrued on what supporting people look like. A lot of people think that it's just money involvement, but supporting each other is so much more. So much more. So, um, to me, supporting each other means um, being able to be there for someone when they're in need, being able to be there for somebody regardless of what their situation is, regardless of what it is, how can you be a help to that person, right? So you got different categories. Somebody may need money. They may need money. That's a support. They may need a babysitter. They may need just guidance, big brother, big sister, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We are in a world where everyone feels like they could do everything by themselves. That's why no one is advancing the way they should advance. People are withholding information that can help the next person get forward because they feel like if I help you out, then it's going to stop my growth.
Right.
That's not necessarily the case. So, Stacy, what does supporting someone look like for you?
Kind of in the same, like, kind of almost as the same as you were saying. Just being there for people no matter what it is. Sometimes people don't even need you to say anything back. Sometimes people need you to just listen. And I've been there for people and people's been there for me. So to me in my life, listening, showing up for me, that's supporting me. And I support people in whichever way I can at the, as long as I can.
Right.
As long as I'm in the capacity to help.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So, have you ever had a situation whereas you felt so alone and then someone came along and they showed you a type of support that you didn't even know that was possible? And if so, then just explain a little bit.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I hope nobody thinks that I'm saying this just because I'm here with you. We were talking, we do a prayer line all the time, at 9 o'clock every night. And I had been talking with the ladies and stuff. I had been feeling lost. I've been feeling lost a lot, and it's crazy because once you started living peace, it seemed like we became closer spiritually with God. And I feel like that was like you showed up for me in a supporting way. I honestly didn't know that's what I needed, a touching ear and to bring me closer to God. So that's kind of I was lost. That was what, like a couple months ago.
It happened pretty
It
fast.
happened quick.
It happened pretty fast. I must be honest with that. It
Yes,
did.
yeah, because it was time. It was time. I needed, we, like you said, sometimes we think we know it all.
Right.
Sometimes we feel like we shouldn't reach out to other people. I'm one of them people. I feel strong all the
That
time. I gotta
pride.
be independent. That pride and that ego. I gotta be independent. I got it, and I don't. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like you said, it's not even just money wise or anything. It's just I don't know it all. I don't have it all. And so sometimes it gets hard to reach out to people just to be like, I really need advice because we so grown. We
Right.
don't want to be like I'm struggling mentally. I need help. You know, it's always, oh, I got it. I can do it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And we're not
Right.
good.
Right.
You know.
And it's okay to need help. It's okay to
Yeah.
ask for help. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of people hinder their own selves because they let their pride get in the way of receiving the help that is there for them.
Mhm.
Um, I remember a time when I was younger, and I really hope that my cousin Ayla will look at this because she never knew. But I was getting molested, right?
Mhm.
She never knew, but she was really my saving grace.
Mhm.
She was my saving grace. She's so much older than me. She would come to the house. She
Mhm.
had one daughter, and she would come to the house. Her daughter was a baby. She would come and pick me up. She would take me with her. She was more the earthly, um, natural type of woman. Like she the one who taught me how to um get with the nature. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like she was what we walked with no shoes on. She was the first one who took me in the summer to
Wow.
get the sweat out. Eat fresh fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Get away from all the fast food, all the But she didn't know that she was feeding much more than my belly. She was feeding my mind,
Mhm.
and she was giving me. She was my scapegoat. She never knew it. She just was a big cousin, noticing that I was by myself. My mama was at work all the time, and
Mhm.
she was that let me come and get her out the house type of person. When I get her out the house, I'm going to educate her. I'm going to show her what it's like to have a peaceful life. She was
Mhm.
that one. I remember she used to stay. I can say the address now because it's been so long ago, and I can't even remember. I can't believe that I remember it, but it was 47th in Ashland,
Mhm.
and that was the only place I saw white people. Like living in Chicago, like I never saw white people around. Like that was the first place I saw white people,
Wow.
and she lived there. And like I said, we would go to um, Africa resorts and stuff like that. We wasn't in Africa, but it was like a sense of Africa. Like
Mhm.
she was taking me to different heritage, showing me different cultures. All of it was nature, and it was she that support helped in so many ways, and because of it, I never forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I still at this old age that I am, still young, but at this age that I am, I can still just go back and remember that. And I would never be able to thank her enough. Kieta, if you
Mhm.
listening, I will never be able to thank you enough. You saved me without even knowing that you saved me. You did. You saved me without even knowing. Yeah.
Thanks, Mama Roz. She said she loved the subject, and then we both look good, by the way.
Oh well, thank you. Thank you. So support comes in all different ways, and you can receive it, you can get it, and it will help you with so much more. A person don't even have to know what you're going through, what I'm saying, but just showing up, just giving that positive influence, just giving encouragement, just pushing, it would aid live in peace. How would it aid live in peace? You have that comfort in knowing that you're not alone. You have that comfort in knowing that if you fall off, you have someone who can help lift you back up. You have someone who will give you resources to get yourself together. It makes you feel good when your help was needed by someone and you see the difference because of what you did or what you said or how you acted towards them. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be famous. You just have to have a heart, and you have to be genuine. And you have to be one of them people that when you do help, if you do help, when you do help, you're not going to throw it back up in their face. You
Mhm.
help them, you move on to the next person. You move on to the next person.
You help
And
with an honest heart.
yeah,
Yeah.
in today's world, we got so much stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, we're gonna need support from one another. We
Yes.
definitely is. Like, how to grow vegetables and fruit. I have a neighbor who helps grow vegetables and fruit. It's not stingy when it comes to showing you how to do it and will actually help you start it. That's support. You know what I'm saying? At least you know that regardless of what happened, you could grow some food and you won't totally be hungry. You know what I'm saying? You could eat fruit and vegetables because now you know how to grow. That's support. Somebody, excuse me, I said this before, somebody going to work, a single mom, right? She have 3 children at home, right? And she's going to work, but some nosy neighbor decides to get in her business and cause DFS on her. But she's going to work, and you know that she's at work, and you know that she leaves her children home because she has to provide for them, right? What's wrong with you going over there when DCFS is there and vouch and say, hey, yeah, she's at work, but she have me looking out for her children. I'm watching them from my home. I come and check on them. I make sure that they are good. I make sure nothing is going on with them. Cause she got to work. How's she gonna feed them? How's she gonna pay her bills? That's support, Or when you seeing, people just got out the way of, communicating with the parents when the kids is just doing stuff, all out of whack and stuff. No, I'm not talking about disciplining nobody kids or anything like that because we are in 2025 and I do understand that things are different. But at the same time, hey, I saw your daughter last night sneaking a boy in the house. I just thought that you should know. Hey, right. I saw your son playing with, saying someone down here who's known to be a big drug dealer. I just thought you should know. We have to stick together to keep these kids safe. We got to stick together to make sure that we are good. We have to stick together. That's aiding and live in peace. Now, when I go to work and I leave my children at home, I don't have to worry about if my children is getting in trouble because at least I know that Stacy is going to tell me that she saw my kids misbehaving if they was misbehaving. At least I know that if DCFS knocks on my door, that she's going to vouch for me that I'm just going to work and coming home. She got my kids while I'm gone. Right. Do anybody got any questions so far? I see we have some people on here. Y'all come on with the questions. Come on with the discussions. Like,
come on with the questions.
Is there anything that y'all want to add to what we're saying? Do y'all agree, disagree? What's y'all point of view about it? Because this is a team effort. Like, we have to make sure that, we getting it together. We got to make sure that we getting it together.
And you know what? I wanted to touch on that also. When you was talking about your childhood, I had a lady that stayed next door to us, and we used to call her Aunt Liz. And that's so funny. I forgot to tag myself on this, but once I tag myself, if any of the people I grew up with, they know exactly who I'm talking about. But she was an older lady, and she loved all of us. She loved the neighborhood kids. She would take us to church and all that stuff all the time. And she saw what was going on. My real mother was an alcoholic and a drug addict at the time, and just doing bad, just down bad at the time. And she saw us, and she would notice that all the time. So I never forget. She had introduced me to Alateen, which is a group for kids.
Okay.
It's not even just for kids. It's a group for people who have relatives, friends, or spouses who are addicted to alcohol. And so you meet just like an AA meeting. They meet and talk about what they went through. So you can meet and go through that also. She changed my whole life. I met people that changed my life. And so I was just saying that to say that her supporting me, it changed my life. Even though I was so young, it changed my life even now. You know what I mean? She made me a different person also. Throughout my life, I talked about being tough and strong and stuff all the time, but I have a very loving heart. She was one of the people who supported me so much that I wanted to give that back. So when I help other people, encourage other people, motivate other people, it's so genuine because I honestly want to help and support as well too. Right. So.
Absolutely. I
Yes. Rest in
understand
peace, son
completely.
Liz.
Yeah, I understand completely. I understand completely. It's those type of people who, saying aid into our lives and just deposit. And we don't know how effective they are to us
Mhm.
until we're getting older and we're going through certain situations and we could hear their words in our head,
Mhm.
or we could remember something that they did during a rough time in our life that made us feel better and
Mhm.
made us be able to cope differently. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm just so sorry for those of you who don't know support, who haven't had that support. But it is time for a change. It's time for, the support method to
Mhm.
be something great, something bigger, you know what I'm saying? Because it's needed.
It is.
It's needed. My son, my oldest son, right? All I can remember is, him being young, and we've been in the same house for years. And I just remember this neighbor grabbing him up, this neighbor grabbing him up, big grown cousin grabbing him up, football coaches grabbing him up. When I say that it takes a village,
That's what Mama just said. She said it's quite a village.
yes, when I say it takes a village, my son, because of that, my
Mhm.
son knows how to do almost anything. You understand me? He
Mhm.
know how to fix cars. He know how to work on houses,
Mhm.
electricity. He knows how to drive. He knows how to
Yeah.
do so much because so many different people have poured into him.
Mhm.
Other than mom and dad.
Right.
Other than mom and dad, so many other people have poured into that. And for that, I am so very grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's just, it's people like that to make your life just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I see children, I see grown-ups even, hanging on by a little piece of thread. They just hanging on and they don't know which way to turn. They
Mhm.
prideful, so they don't want to ask for help. They want you to see they hurt.
Yep.
They want you to see it and they want you to act upon it. You know what I'm saying? But, it's our job as loving Christians or, loving people in faith, you know, to recognize and understand that we all need love and we all need support.
Absolutely.
We all do.
Absolutely.
Um, Sharing people's content is support too, by the way. So
Hint,
y'all
hint.
make sure y'all share
Hint,
this
hint.
too. Yeah. But support is it's a really big deal. It's a very really big deal, and we need it because in this day and time, like things is getting harder and harder and harder. But it won't be hard as long as you have that support. Everybody got their own specialties that they could bring together. It's almost like a body, right?
Mhm.
So you got your legs, so you need somebody to be your legs. You got your arms, you need somebody to be your arms.
Mhm.
You got your head, you need somebody to be the head. You need somebody to be the heart.
Mhm.
You different aspects of support come together to make
Let
a
me ask you
whole.
this.
Mm-hmm.
What about the people that's on there? I don't have that. I don't have nobody I can go to. Like people that's sitting here, I don't have nobody I can talk to. They feel like they can't talk to their family. They don't have a spouse to talk to. What do you say then?
I say, I say right now that where you can start at is I host a prayer line every night. And if you're in Chicago, it's every night at 8 o'clock. Besides Tuesday, it's 9 o'clock. And on Saturdays, I don't do it at all because I try my best to keep my Sabbath.
Oh, so 9 and 10.
Yes, the Chicago time though. Chicago is 8 and 9,
Okay,
and then
okay.
Michigan time is 9 o'clock, and then it's 10 o'clock on Tuesdays. We got two different time
Yeah.
zones. So Chicago time is 8 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, well, excuse me, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then on Tuesday, it's 9 o'clock. And then for Michigan time, it's 9 o'clock on them days. And then on Tuesday, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. I'm open. My prayer group is, it is a safe place. It is a safe, it's, and excuse me for calling it my prayer group because it's not my prayer group, it's God's prayer group. We welcome any and everyone. We pray for you. We
Yes.
uplift you. We give you encouragement. You know what I'm saying? We are always there. You know, whatever you may need, we're there. So start there. Start there, building, relationship with people who genuinely want to see you do well. I understand that if you don't do well as a people, it would affect my children. It will affect me some type of way. It would affect others. So I want us all to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I want us all. It's enough for us all to do well. All we gotta do is come together.
Yeah.
you know. And I know people, what I'm saying, like I said in my last thing, but I'm not going to leave God out. The very thing that you need to do is seek Him.
Mm-hmm.
You need to seek God. God is the answer to everything, and He will
Mm-hmm.
not leave you astray. The voice that you have, them dark spots where the demonic spirit hide and they camp out or whatever, surrender that spot to God. Give it to Him. Let Him put light there, and then they won't be able to hide anymore. Because remember, darkness don't like light. It does not. So
Mm-hmm.
surrender to Him. Allow Him to be that light that you need, and then allow Him to continuously to build you up, to give you your confidence back, to give you your peace back, to give you understanding, to give you knowledge, and then the support will come. God will send you support. You will have so much support, you'll be like, oh my goodness. He will send it. I am truly blessed for my support system. I am
Mm-hmm.
truly blessed for my support
Mm-hmm.
system, and I just want to spread it.
And I just wanted to say, when she talks about the prayer line, that is so powerful, and I'm not joking. It's a lot of prayer warriors on there, but I'm telling you, I told you, me and Letitia, she had brought me closer to God. We've been getting closer to God, me changing myself, and I have been praying to myself, to God, asking for a change. I've been wanting to change, and He gave me that prayer line. So I felt like I didn't have nobody. I do have a best friend, but everybody's not on the path of changing when you are. I'm gonna just say that. And no, so the prayer line was brought to me, and now, like, I love them women. Like, I can't wait, like, for us to get on, because it is a support system. There's no judgment, no nothing, no harshness, no anything. Like, you're just praising God and seeking help if you need it, and it's nothing but good advice and good people and good prayer. So you really should, if you are seeking, anybody that is on here, if you are seeking for a change and you do need some support, you don't even have to get on there and say nothing if you don't want to. Just come on there and just be in the midst
If
of
I
what's
know
going
you on
on.
there and you say your name, I'm gonna pray for you regardless.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pray for
she
you
will.
regardless if I know you're on there. And before we move forward, I just want to tell you guys that the prayer 9 number is 425 area code 436 6280. That's 425 area code 436 6280. And the access code is 204447. 204447. Come on, you will not regret it. You will not regret it. And when you come, bring a friend. And when they come, tell them to bring a friend too. It's enough prayers for everybody, and God is real, and He answers prayers. He answers prayers.
Absolutely.
So
Lakeisha said they pride gets in the way. Absolutely. We were talking about that too.
pride definitely gets in the way, and that's a demonic spirit that we cast down, that we rebuke, that we want to cast that the spirit of pride down right now, because God is not an author of pride. Pride stop a lot of growth. Pride is not my friend. I do not like pride. um, so I just pray I'm gonna pray that everybody be strong enough to get rid of pride, because pride will keep you stagnated. You won't be able to move forward. You wonder why you still where you are, but it's that pride that you carry that's keeping you there. God can't bless you how He wants to, because the pride is in the way. You gotta move it. It's no good. It's absolutely no good.
Absolutely. Mama said some people are not used to being loved. You can show them and they still don't get it, but you can love on the children.
Whew, that's really a tough one, because some people is not used to being loved, and when you do try to love them, they take it as an offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not genuine. They don't feel like you're genuine. But what I say is love them anyways. Love them anyways. It's your job to show them that you are genuine. I'm not saying, sneak up behind them and kiss they behind. That's not what I mean. But I'm saying just make sure that when you're giving it to them, you're giving it to them from out the kindness of your heart. You being genuine with it. They would eventually see, and then pray for them at the same time.
That's what I was gonna
And
say.
then pray for them at the same time. Allow God to open their heart up. Once they realize that love is there for real. See, people get misconstrued about love in itself. People get misconstrued. They don't, people think that love is pacifying someone's behavior. Oh, I see my girl, she, out here, just out here just sleeping around, just shaking her butt. But I'm not gonna say nothing because if I say something, she gonna think I'm hating on her. I ain't gonna say nothing because if I say something, then she gonna pull it away from me. No, I'm gonna say something. You know why? Because you're better than that. I'm gonna say, sis, put on your crown. Where's your crown at? Let's go get it and put it on because clearly you forgot who you was. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna uplift. I'm gonna tell you, if I see you going the wrong direction, you think I'm gonna keep on letting you go and I know you're finna be lost. No. Hey, your turn is up there. You finna miss it. We have to hold each other accountable. That's what real love is. Real love is when you see somebody finna fall, when you see somebody finna, fall off the wagon, you shake them up. Hey, no, 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 you're doing something wrong. We got to get you back on the right track. That's what real love is. And a lot of people, they don't understand that. They think that when you tell them what's right, they get offensive. When you tell them, how to be healthy, how to be, clean, they get offensive. No, I want you to live longer. I don't want to see you with no heartaches and no pains. I want you to, be free of that stuff. Yes, this world is chaotic. Yes, it offers a lot of chaos. It offers a lot of pain. It offers a lot of uncertainty. Yes, it does. But that's the reason why the Bible say be set apart. You're not even supposed to be of this world. You understand what I'm saying? You do what he tells you to do. You live the way he tells you to do, and you're gonna find that peace that you're looking for. That support that you seeking, you will be the one that's giving it. You will be the one that's starting to give it. Ain't nobody better than the next person. We all sin. We all fall short of God's glory. Ain't nobody perfect. But the decisions that you make a whole lot of difference. I like my favorite saying is everybody has a choice. I can't tell you what to do. You have your own choice. I have a choice too. But let me tell you something. Every choice comes with a consequence, regardless. It's only two sides. It's God and then it's the darkness. Okay? If you worship God, you're gonna sacrifice your flesh. If you worship the darkness, you're gonna sacrifice your sanity. I want you to think about that. Support is needed. Support is real. Support can get you far in the mind. It helps keep your mind stable. You know how many people just this year, we are only in October. You know how many people just this year done committed suicide? I done looked on Facebook, people making suicidal messages, crying their eyes out, trying to take their babies with them because they feel like they are just there by themselves. They have no support. What if you live next to that person and you could have said, hey, baby, come over here. I made some dinner. Y'all come and eat. Come over here and eat. Let me talk to you for a minute. What's going on with you? What if you could have just had that conversation? You probably could have saved her life. But everybody's so wrapped up in being in their own world. They so wrapped up in doing their own thing that they forget that it's other people living in the same world you living in that doesn't have what you have, that is struggling. In order to live in peace, we have to be true to ourselves. We have to recognize what it is, and we have to do what we have to do for those that is around us.
Absolutely. And like Mama Ross said on here, just make sure people not receptive to a lot of things when you around other people. So make sure if you do feel you have to tell somebody something about themselves or anything, you do it in a respectful way, and you're not around others.
That's a big point. When you tell somebody about themselves, how I said love is correction, you got to do it with love.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be beastie. You can't let that pride get in the way and that arrogance get in the way, because they not receiving the message then.
Mm-hmm.
They not receiving it. All they hear is somebody trying to tell another grown person what to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be, loving when you say it. Hey, you know, why don't you get on suggestions?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you look at it from this perspective? Because, like, you know, I see with your point of view, but it's really not working. It's not, taking you in the right direction. So why don't you try this? Just get them some suggestions. Do it with love. Do it with care. They will receive it better. They won't be feeling like they being told what to do. They will feel like they got a choice, because we all got that choice.
I also, when I give advice, I also like to use myself as an example.
Mm-hmm.
I try my hardest not to use other people. I'm quick to tell you my downfall or where I came from, what I've been through. I've been through a lot. Amen. So I use this myself as an example a lot. So I've noticed that people are more receptive to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what kind of advice I'm giving you. I'm not coming off like I'm better than you, because I'm nowhere near. We're all in the same situation. I'm just telling you, I was there, and now I'm here, and I'm gonna help you get here. Or I'm gonna try to.
Yeah.
Same way like Lakeisha was saying too. We have to uplift and build, like they was talking about. Absolutely. We not, like she said, we not better than nobody. We all going through it.
We all trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
We all trying to make it. But did you know that supporting other people will also support you? You never know who you supporting.
Right.
You never know who you supported. You've been on supporting somebody, they've been on have the answers that you was looking for the whole time.
Yep.
And they see how genuine you are. They see how real you are. That you only want to help, that you're not even looking for nothing in return. And then now they just want to bless you.
Mm-hmm.
So God does stuff, and He put people in your way for a reason. He put people around you for a reason. It's called a sisterly love, a brotherly love. God says, He said, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. A lot of us don't know how to love ourselves. We got to get to that point. Loving yourself means taking care of yourself. Stop putting things inside of your body that's going to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Walk like you royalty, because truthfully you are. Mm-hmm. You are royalty. If you call yourself God's child and you try your best to keep His commandments, right? And you say He your daddy, right? Because you His child. And God is the King of Kings. He's the one true God that's over everything, right? What does that make you? Hello, what you say? Clock that T?
Clock that T, girl.
Clock that T. What does that make you? So we got to start respecting ourselves, and then we got to start respecting each other. We got to start talking to each other like we know and understand that God don't play about me, and God don't play about you either.
Sure don't.
So we got to start acting like it. We got to start showing that love, that real love. You see somebody baby in the street, don't be afraid to say, baby, get out the street. You see somebody struggling, don't be afraid to be like, how can I help? I remember my niece leaving, and I was so heartbroken, and I had all of her things in the house. And I went to the store because I just went to go drop off something of hers to somebody that was in need. But then I had went into the store, and there was this young girl up in the store, and it was cold outside, and she was holding a baby, and she had a book bag on, and she was looking like she was crying. So I asked her, I was like, what's going on? What's wrong? And she's like, I'm going to be okay. I'm just waiting on the police. My mama just kicked me out, and I don't have nowhere to go. I'm waiting on the police. And it was cold. I looked in my car, just looking around. I saw a blanket of my niece's, and I saw a car seat. Just as I was getting ready to leave, the police was pulling up, and he was finna put her in the car. And I was like, here go a car seat. Mm-hmm. And I gave her the blanket. Here go a blanket. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she still got that thing, but I could bet you I could bet you almost anything that she still remember that. You know,
Absolutely.
at her lowest point, somebody looked out for her baby to make sure her baby was okay. You
Remember
know.
God. Lakeisha said, Amen. And then, Amen. I'm living proof of that. I had strangers help me because I helped myself. Absolutely.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully, Stacy will come back
I will.
again.
This was so nice. Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. So hopefully she will come back again. Well, she says she was.
I will.
We got it on live, so she said she was. But thank you guys. We really appreciate you guys coming. We really appreciate you guys interacting with us. Um, share, share, share.
Yes.
Next week, Monday, same time, 7 o'clock. I would try to be on time this time. It was just, man, I was
I ain't get here at
trying.
about 7.
I was trying. I was trying. I was trying to still set up. It's still new to me. You know, I only did this once before this time, so it's still new. But I am so grateful for you that's on here, and please share.
Everybody's saying they love it. You did amazing.
Awesome, awesome. So next time I will see you guys. Love you.
Love y'all.
Now I'm finna get up and go cut these cameras off because my thingy ain't working. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me.
Bye, you guys. Thanks for having me.